Hello, magic makers, and welcome to March. Just like that, we did it. We're in the third month. Can you believe it? March is going to be a no joke kind of month as we enter eclipse season, we enter Aries season. There's all kinds of fun things at the helm for you to enjoy this next month. Stick around to the end and we'll draw some tarot cards and get a nice overview of what the energetics, the numerology, and the astrology are for this month of March. So this is the third month of the year. The number 3 brings us the magic of creation, the holy trine, the body, the mind, the spirit, the connection of all things. And what this gives you is the holy trine, the creative momentum to really optimize this 8 year, which is a year of significant impact, abundance, transformation, change, opportunity, crescendo of your living. It also brings us into this month also is a 2 universal month. So it brings us the 3 plus the 8, which takes us to the 11. And let's not forget that the 11 is the number of mastery. So there's all kinds of number codes coming in with this powerful month of March. So the 8 of the year, the 11, the 3 of the creativity of March, and then that giving us the number 11 really brings you into the mastery of who, what it is that you are prepared to become, to experience, to create, to know, to receive, to bring to life through you. And then the universal code is a 2. So if we reduce the 1 to the 1, and it gives us the 2. And so the universal code numerologically of this month of March is the number of balance. It's the number of harmony. It brings you into a space of cooperation, but that's not as much about cooperating with like the rules, because this is a big window of tearing down the old and creating the new, but it's that cooperation with collaboration, with what aligns at soul level. It's about being very harmonious, harmonic, in balance, seeking for the win-wins in all the ways. So you have that number of creativity, and on the Sunday, the 3-3 at 3:33, you get into the 333 portal. And that 333 energy is really about optimizing the sacred holy trine. It's you to self, self to higher self, self to source itself. It's the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, the feminine Christ. It's the body, the mind, the soul. It's the number, it's the pyramid, it's the number of creation. So optimize that day, especially to really get into setting intention, getting very clear about what it is that you're desiring, and then align your frequency with the experience of it. It's a day for manifestation. We love these portal days, and we have lots of them, of course. So it's so important this month. It's so important to optimize that 2 of balance, that 11 of mastery, and that 3 of creativity and sacred holy union to the divine trine, if you will, because it's an 8 year, because it's this year of activation, of acceleration, of abundance, and because of what the astrology is bringing as well. So and remember that the 2 also optimizes your intuition. It's ruled by the moon. It can bring deep emotion. So this month has the capacity to really activate and elevate your emotional body, especially as the eclipse comes. Remember, the eclipses are the wild cards of the experience, and we never know what's going to happen. So prepare for everything, attach to nothing, allow for everything. Let's move into the astrology, and remember that you're entering the month of March with this 2 energy, which can be highly emotional, and you're coming in with Pisces, which is also highly emotional. It's also highly creative and dreaming and all these things. So just prepare thyself and stay super present to this month, because anything's possible and your emotions are going to be a bit elevated. We'll get into the astrology of that right now. So on March the 9th, Mercury enters Aries. And why this is important is because Mercury is considered to be the messenger of the gods. It's the communicator. And Aries brings us the brave and the bold. So this is a really amazing time for you to speak your truth, time to, reharmonize the relationship, speak to what it is you want in your relationships, in your work life. Do you want the raise? Do you want to pivot in any way? It's time to communicate. It's time to talk. It's supportive to have the bravery and the boldness, right? The fearlessness of Aries. In Mercury, giving you the optimal experience to really speak what is true for you and ride the energy of the 2 and the 3 and the 11 so that you can harmonize into the 8 of creation. So on Sunday, March the 10th, we have a new moon in Pisces. Every new moon is the fresh start to the month. It starts the new lunar cycle. Because we are in this Piscean energy, it's also going to give you that kind of dreamy, we go into the void of the moon. It brings you into that yin state. It's the feminine aspects. It's the creative aspects. It brings you into that dreaming space. And it's also about setting intention of what it is you'd like to create and bring into fruition over the course of the next month. And this month is an extra special month because we'll get into soon that it's the equinox as well. So fresh starts aplenty this month. So utilize the power of this new moon to really set intentions, to dream a dream a bit more expansive perhaps than you've allowed yourself to do before. Really optimize this creative energy and really truly align with what it is that you are choosing to manifest. It's a great time to get cozy, settle on in, and create. Because it's also going to be extra emotional, just an FYI. So might be best to really harness that internal energy and to move really slowly and with a lot of discernment this month, as it's an extra month for sure. Okay, on Tuesday, March the 19th, the sun enters Aries. It's Aries season, which is the first sign of the zodiac. So it's technically like the astrological new year. It's a time of big, bold proclamations, really getting moving. There's a sense of action. And it also coincides with the spring equinox that day. So the equinox is the equal amount of light and dark. And it brings us into the spring, which is the fresh new year, the rejuvenation, the regeneration. What intentions do you have? It's also Ostara on that day, which is the pagan tradition of Easter, which is all about fertility, creation, intention, new life, new opportunity. All of it is here for you. So it just accelerates, like each phase of this month just brings you a little more and a little more and a little more. And it's really important. It's really important to optimize and bring in that the equinox is also in alignment with the 2 month, right? Because it's equal. It's about the equal experience. 2 is about balance, equal light, equal dark. We need light and dark. It is part of the duality of how the world, at least from this place, works. And if we understand that we need it all to create, but it needs to be brought into balance, then it isn't about fighting good and evil, light and dark. It is about harmonizing. And of course, that occurs within yourself. You have the shadows and you have the light. You want to optimize it and create great balance and harmony so that you can evolve, especially with this fresh start of this spring season. What do you want to spring forth? What do you want to spring to life? What do you want to bring to the plate in a creative and harmonic way in this great year of deconstruction, reconstruction, of balance and harmony, of creation and abundance, right? It's all the things. So on Monday, the 25th, you're greeted with a full moon and a lunar eclipse in Libra. Now, we love Libra, ruled by Venus. It gives us that new lens of love, right? It gives us that, again, it's that opportunity of balance. Libra is all about justice and balance, and the full moon and a lunar eclipse. I mean, come on, it just keeps getting bigger and better. So lunar eclipse, eclipse season, it'll take us through a 2-week period until the new moon. And in this time, it is like, take it easy, slow your roll, pull it in. That Libra energy wants to give you the harmony and balance. You can look at it all through the lens of love, but don't get moving too fast. It can be very hyperbolic is what I want to say. Because eclipses are traditionally highly unpredictable. What eclipses do, right? It's the full moon, but it's the shadow. We need the light and the dark, the good and the bad, the good and the evil. All of that has to be in harmony in order for everything to accelerate and work in a balanced way. Eclipses bring the shadow to the light, and sometimes shadow the light. And so it is a hyperbolic time. It is a time that is unpredictable, and it is a time to move with grace. Don't be fooled. Don't be bluffed. Check everything twice. Move very slowly. Attach to nothing, allow for everything, and sit back and watch what unfolds. It really truly can be a powerful transmission, a powerful time of transformation, and you have to let go and go with the flow. You have to be willing to pivot on demand. You have to be willing to go with whatever is needed to occur in order to optimize the frequency that is before you. And eclipses are amazing times too. It's not a negative thing. It's just a big, bold, audacious time. So go with the flow, attach to nothing, allow for everything. And that is pretty much your month. There's a few other astrological things that are a little bit in the peripheral, but all in all, know that this month is a highly accelerated time. Our bodies are rapidly becoming crystalline. People have been sick a lot the first part of this year. A lot of transition, a lot of transformation. You are cellularly upgrading, and sometimes the body has to slow down. It has to shut down. It has to quiet down. It has to sometimes burn by fire. A lot of lung stuff has been coming up, clearing by lung. A friend was talking the other day about all the sinus stuff that's up in the field, and I loved her approach to it because she was talking about how, as we're becoming more crystalline, as our pineal glands are expanding, everything, we're pushing energetically. Like, we're in an evolutionary sequence, and it isn't one of those evolutionary sequences that takes hundreds of thousands of years. It takes hundreds of days, sometimes hundreds of minutes. It is a time like no other. So whatever you're experiencing, please trust that your body is going through a metamorphic state. The card that wanted to come through for this month is New Birth and Guarded Vigilantly. So what this is saying to me, first of all, it's the 6, the 24, it's card 24. This is from the Sacred Rebels deck. The 2 and the 4 come to the 6. The 6 gives us the nurturing of mother. It's the number of the mother. It's about nurturing. It's about moving slowly. It's about cultivating, curating, being very gentle with the experiences, which this month is definitely calling for. But what I love about this, it's new birth, right? We're coming into a new state and a new way of being. We're coming into a new birth. We are coming alive in new ways. And if you see, it's black and white, yet there's life. It's spring. Welcome. It's spring equinox. And the butterfly sits up here emerging, and the color green, which is about the heart. It's about healing. It's about opening. Butterflies are always about transformation, taking flight, new life. Guarded vigilantly, which says to me that you are divinely protected. You are watched over. You are loved so deeply for your presence here on this planet at this amazing time. So go forth, create, move consciously, stay in presence, observe everything that's happening, set your intentions for the harvest that will come in the equinox of the fall. And with all things, lead with love. I am sending so much love to your light. May March rock your world in all the best ways. I'll see you soon.